I'm a huge fan of South Park. So when I saw this can in the cooler at CLAG, I had to buy it. What's up, everybody? It's Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. So about, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, not even that long, it was mid-July, maybe 2 weeks ago. Man, I can't keep track of time. 3 weeks ago, something, I don't know. Anyways, who cares, right? Went down to abeeradaywithtk for his birthday. On the way down, I stopped by CLAG in Sandusky, the legendary CLAG, to pick up a bunch of beers for him for his birthday. Bought a bunch of mixed 4-packs. I kept some of the beers for myself, or at least pulled one beer out of the 4-pack for myself, out of the 4-packs. And this was one of them. And when I saw it on the shelf, I had to buy it. Now, CLAG's an awesome brewery. And before we get into the beer, I was just down there over the weekend. Wow, excuse me. How crude. Because over the weekend, CLAG had their anniversary party. It's the 6th year anniversary of CLAG Brewing, which is attached to the Small City Tap House, which is also owned by CA. Both the brewery and the Small City Tap House are owned by CA, and it was the 12th anniversary of Small City Tap House. So I went down there, met up with Joe from the Beer Patrol, hung out there Friday night, had some beers, had some food. The food is amazing at Small City Tap House. If you're ever in the Sandusky area looking for somewhere great to eat, you got to stop there. Then we went out to Twin Oast, not Twisted Oak, Joe, it's Twin Oast. Had some beers. The next day we got up real early. We're down at the CLAG Brewing at about noon and just sampled tons and tons of beers all day long. It was a really fun time. I also had a great time hanging out with some new people I never met before. It was great meeting everybody, especially Jeff NoJinx, Curtis, Gregory, the other Jeff, all the other people I met that over the weekend. Really cool time hanging out with everybody. Had a blast. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was a really fun time. I also got to meet Mike, who's the can artist for CLAG's beers. Really cool dude. And I asked him why his name's not on the beers, and he said because he doesn't want all the extra work, which I thought was pretty funny. So anyways, now we can get to the beer if you've stuck around this long, and I had to get this beer. So this is a city beer from CLAG. It's got this South Park motif on it, and obviously if you're a South Park fan, South Park fan, you know what this is referencing. Shitty Walk from South Park, which is hilarious. And look at that picture of Ka right there. I mean, this is an awesome motif of South Park. Really cool. Really love the artwork. I didn't care what the beer was. I was going to buy it for the artwork. On the can here, it just says, a city beer, American light lager. 4.8% by volume, 1 pint, 16 fluid ounces. Keep cold, drink fresh. Brewed and canned by CLAG Brewing Company, Sandusky, Ohio. And we did have a little bit of a discussion on this while we were at the brewery on Saturday. This can, there is no date on the bottom. And it seems like some of the cans that people were buying had dates on them, others didn't. I wish CLAG would continue to put dates on their cans. Ka, if you ever see this video, make sure you start putting dates on all your cans. I'm sure with the way the beer was flying off the shelves, both last weekend and a couple weeks ago when I was there, it's pretty fresh and gets rotated rather quickly. But it would still be nice to know, especially the occasional time you find these on the shelves in beer stores. Even though it's a rare time, sometimes you do see these on in beer stores once in a while, bottle shops. But it would be nice if you put the dates on your cans. But again, I love this can art. Really cool can art. And CLAG's well known for their crazy IPAs, but it's nice to get some other beers from them besides IPA. Because everybody can make an IPA. If you make a bad beer, you just put enough hops in it until it tastes good and you got an IPA. When you start brewing beers like this, like an American light lager, there's no room for error. If there's any issue with it whatsoever, it's going to come through in the beer. And it really shows how good of a brewer you are. So let's get on to this beer because I'm thirsty, been talking a lot. On Untapped, this gets a 3.88 with 607 check-ins. Beer Advocate, there was no score. That's pouring out really light looking. I mean, as I pour it, it looks like water. Almost looks like water as I pour it. And that definitely looks like a macro beer. The nose is very crisp. There's almost like a lemony corn adjunct kind of sweetness to it. I don't know. It doesn't have the ingredients in here. I don't know if he brewed this with any sort of corn, any sort of adjuncts. But it's almost got like that sweet lemon adjunct, like corn adjunct kind of nose to it. And that beer is almost completely see-through. Little tiny bit of possibly chill haze. Some lazy carbonation floating around. It had a big soap sud-like bubbled head that was white and just dissipated fairly quickly. Now it's just down to just a handful of bubbles floating around the surface. I'm excited to try this. Tried a whole lot of different beers at CLAG over the weekend. I tried real hard not to try the ones that I have in cans at home so I can get like a fresh perspective on them, try them for the first time. Let's find out if this is a good American light lager. Cheers, everybody. I did not expect that at all. From the nose, I expect this to be like kind of corn adjuncty in the flavor, and it's definitely not. It's light bodied, it's crisp. It's wet, which I know is a weird description for a liquid, right? It's wet. There's a little bit of crackery breadiness in there. And then there's surprisingly a decent amount of subdued hop bitterness. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I get some bitterness in there that's definitely like a hop bitterness. But it's almost a generic kind of plain hop bitterness. But it's enough to let you know you're not drinking some macro piss water like Bud Miller Coors. For American light beer, my American light lager, this has a lot of flavor going on here. Again, like it's crisp, it's got a nice crackeriness to it, some nice, nice. There I go again with that word nice. Some good generic bitterness. And it's just tasty, it's flavorful. I could pound quite a few of these. I don't even remember what I paid for the 4-pack. If I could get this in my area at the right price point, it would be one of my go-to just session beers. But overall, this is a pretty solid beer, pretty solid American light lager. I would definitely want to drink this before I had Bud Miller Coors, any of those kind of things. It's a really well done lager. I mean, I don't taste any flaws in it whatsoever. It's very tasty. I really enjoy this. I would give this, for an American light lager, I'd probably give it 1.5 horns up. This is a well done American light lager. Like, again, enough flavor in there that it's not boring. Just a tasty beer. Once again, great time, Joe. Really appreciate you letting me know you were going. Awesome time hanging out with you for the weekend. Really great meeting everybody. Jeff No Jinx, Curtis, Gregory, the other Jeff, everybody down there. It was an awesome time. Had a blast. It was great meeting Mike, the can artist. Don't forget, Joe, it's Twin Oast, not Twisted Oak. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.